From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady.
Let's go, D.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Third down and goal now. And this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey, 24. And let's go.
On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 41.
Watson looks to throw again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Third and long, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th.
56, check 56.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Charles, a little league-wide news as the Browns were taking care of the Jets on Monday Night Football Week 2. We got word that Dolphins safety Minka Fitzpatrick continuing the exodus from Miami. He was traded to the Steelers in exchange for a first-round draft pick next spring.
And that means Miami is exchanging a 1, Minka Fitzpatrick, who they use that to acquire, for a 1 next spring. And how valuable will that pick be? Well, the Steelers are 0-2. Ben Roethlisberger's out for the season. This could turn out to be a high number 1 pick because the Steelers have been struggling this season, lit up by Tom Brady, Russell Wilson in successive weeks to start the year. We could have a Steelers team that could turn into a top 10 pick for the Miami Dolphins.
On second down, it's Williams, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go, Z, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, flush to his right. Caught here by Bell. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Yellow, yellow.
55. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Hey, 15, 15, 15. Yellow, yellow.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D. Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Mahomes throwing on fourth. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. CD, we want to remind folks, in honor of its 100th season, the NFL is encouraging fans to join players, teams, and the NFL family in a year-long volunteer initiative called Huddle for 100. Choose a cause, volunteer 100 minutes of your time, and help shape what your community will look like for the next 100 years. Visit NFL.com/huddle for 100 to track your minutes and get rewarded. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Keep playing the hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. To throw is Watson. It's complete. Stills. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Let him know. 56 to Mike, boy. 56.
On 4th down, Watson being chased out left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Switching gears for a second, Charles, this last week has not been kind to quarterbacks who are toward the end of their career. You think about Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, both with injuries, and then Eli Manning, he's heading to the bench.
Maybe we look at it as a collective passing of the torch. Not in a way that anyone really wants when you talk about Brees and Roethlisberger due to injury, although I expect Brees to be back before this season is over and play. Eli, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Will he accept that role as the number 2? Will someone else in the league want Eli Manning, the quarterback for them? But overall, think about who's still left out there. The Tom Brady's of the world. We're seeing a lot of his guys maybe start to transition.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Williams. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken at his 4.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
31! 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Yo, 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 yo.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Make these babies cry.
Now Watson, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle. He's got a man, complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 83 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Yellow. Mike, 55. Right there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
got you. I got you.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He can run. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Mike 41.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. While we have a second, wanted to check in on how the first-year head coaches are doing, because week 1 was not very kind to them. They went 1-6-1. Matt LaFleur was the only winner. But week 2, not a ton better, Charles. They were 3-5.
And really not a surprise. And remember, Freddie Kitchens and Adam Gase squared off on Monday night with Freddie Kitchens and the Browns getting the victory. But Bruce Arians, Matt LaFleur, they won this week as well. But again, not a major surprise, because typically, if you're a new head coach, you took over a bad team. So you're just trying to build and get better. But Matt LaFleur right now, the clear winner, 2-0 in the early going.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school.
Throwing again is Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
First down.
Let's get off the field.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Watson being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, 35 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
Texans 14, Chiefs 10. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. There he goes inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. And he stopped immediately there. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from